afternoon. Welcome to another edition of Valley Spotlight. Is that how you wanted to start?
That's exactly how I wanted to start. Our photographer on the other side of the camera.
Yeah.
This is how we know how to start. He goes like this.
That's when you know.
Start talking,
That's
everybody.
why I started.
I know.
I saw the signal. Anyway, another fun show for you today.
Yeah, we are looking forward to this one. A couple of great stories that one I've been hearing about for a very long time, and we finally get to meet a man who was sold 99,000 of something.
Okay, that's a good hint.
All by himself.
We got a little sneak peek inside the Robbins Theater.
Yes,
This is going to be the
we
last
did.
time before they finish it up. And a look at the new pool and Roman bath at the Grand Resort.
Right, which the inner workings of how all of this like seamlessly works together is really quite interesting. So I'm looking forward to this one.
We'll have another edition of Cash Car for you. And you hung out with Kelly Warren for a little bit.
I most certainly did. We were defining some spaces, and for some reason I was really excited about this one with her. I'm like talking a million miles a minute. Anyway,
And
Kelly,
then,
you're the best.
One last outside Pesto's test kitchen as well.
Before the weather turns, probably.
Well, let's get started, shall we?
All right. Well, this one is brought to us by our friends at Steelite. We had the opportunity to catch up with a man by the name of Carmen Policy. He is, of course, well known here in the Youngstown area and on a worldwide level. But the reason that he came back and the reason why he was so inspired by what he saw, well, it takes seeing for believing.
Carmen Policy has had quite a life. It reads like a novel. The stories twist and turn from his days as a young lawyer who became friends with people who would later open doors to major roles with the San Francisco 49ers and the Cleveland Browns.
It's been a very interesting life, and I'm very, very blessed in many respects, and I've had opportunities presented, created, and sometimes just stumbled upon that have really made what I do and how I've done it almost too good to be true.
The Youngstown native formed his sense of self in Northeast Ohio, and he credits this place and these people for giving him the tools to succeed in ways that most people marvel at.
Growing up in the Mahoning Valley set the tone for probably one of the most important elements of my makeup and therefore my career, and that's a phenomenal work ethic.
With that being said, the Ursuline High School and YSU graduate was incredibly honest with us about his recent trip home.
I have to be honest with you, I wasn't looking forward to it in the sense of a visit, not like you look forward to going to New York or you look forward to going to, it was some other great city and so forth. And because I thought, well, we're going to do this for Youngstown State, we're going to do it for Ursuline High School, and I do want to see what my friend John Miles has put together because I've heard so much about it. And Michael Alberini's restaurant we're going to tonight for dinner, and Tom Zeiden's, I saw that Aquapazzo, and I couldn't believe what they did. It's outstanding by any standard.
And even though he wasn't exactly looking forward to the 2,500-mile trip from Napa to Youngstown, it's clear it was time well spent. Carmen's latest chapter in life is one that's filled with fine wines and new friends. After a success with the San Francisco 49ers, a bit of relaxation turned into a business venture, winemaking. Casa Piena is world-renowned for creating Cabernets that continue to evolve.
I think I applied many of the features, standards, and I'll say the mores of our 49er experience. And you had to start with a great foundation and the land we bought, because it's an area where I can not only grow Cabernet, but I can grow Cabernet that was going to have a more elegant and feminine side to it. I think our Casa Piena extends your food palette significantly.
And through his connections with the elite food and wine industry, Carmen eventually was introduced to Steelite and John Miles.
Lauren, thank you. Oh, I didn't notice the glasses. Allison, the glasses turned out great.
The two men connected on levels most do not. Their respect and love for Youngstown, as well as creating products and experiences that enhance the simple pleasures. It was a match made in culinary heaven.
this showroom is world class. I don't think there's a showroom in San Francisco which has the kind of space to accommodate this sort of thing in their mart area. I don't think there's anything that compares to this. And my eyes are as big as saucers with the stuff I'm seeing back here and what's transpired and people who are doing it. But that's what it takes to build a community, no matter where the community is located. People with vision and people with the drive to do things and put them together and make them work. And it's uplifting. I'm going back to California feeling like I'm from a place that's still got it.
And Carmen Policy was in town for a night in Napa for our friends with Steel Light. They were supporting, the YSU Foundation as well as Ursuline High School. So pretty cool for him to be like, all right, I'm coming back for a really good reason, and then to be shocked and awed by what he saw. And I think that says a lot about where Youngstown has come.
It's not as cool as Napa yet.
No, not
getting there,
as
though.
cool.
We're getting there.
But it sure is nice to have that ability to
awesome.
reach those places and to have, a bit of home there.
And we have his wine at Avalon. We sell it here too.
Oh,
so.
yes, the Casa Piena.
All right, when we come back, some more good eats. We're going to go outside, aren't we?
Yes, we are. We're going to do some, it's called bruschetta.
Oh, it is. We're not saying bruschetta anymore?
It's actually, there's a hard K in that language. I know. We learn something new every time on this show.
Be right back.
No hot water? Call A to Z Dependable Services. Our fully stocked rapid response water heater specialist will get you back in hot water in no time. A to Z is the only call you need to make. Only A to Z.com.
Where did I put that? Where did this come from?
You have unleashed the power of the Sunrise Genie. What is your wish?
Sunrise Pizza for life?
I grant you that wish. Sunrise Pizza for life. At the Sunrise Inn, we're celebrating our 90th anniversary in a big way. Enter now at WFMJ.com for your chance to win pizza for life.
I love Sunrise Pizza.
Man, I'm glad you didn't order fish sticks.
Looking for the best doggone deals on shoes, or just looking for an excuse to get a new pair? Visit the Rack Room at Ryer's Shoe Store. Unbelievable savings on thousands of pairs, located in beautiful downtown Sharon, worth the drive every time. Fetch a new pair of shoes today.
She would always say, honey, you snore so loud, I can't believe how loud you snore. And I'm like, what?
And he claims I quit breathing. I've tried 4 different masks to make it work, and I just can't do it. And I'll be honest with you, I did not know what REM sleep felt like before the appliance. I really did not. I never had that deep of a sleep before.
Bistro 1907 is a classic yet unique American bistro. This space lets us immerse ourselves in history. The dishes are inspired by our past but have a modern twist. Bistro 1907 by Mark Canzanetta is unlike any place else. Find out why. I'm Mark Canzanetta, and I welcome you to Bistro 1907.
All right, everybody, welcome to Pesto's Test Kitchen.
Hello, Lauren.
It's Travels, right, guys?
Yeah. Hey,
Nice
Robbie.
to see you.
What's up, my
Good
brother?
to see you.
How are
Good
you?
to be here with you, of course. It's always. And you too.
It's so good to see Roberto and Mark. My goodness, you guys have been friends for a very long time.
Very long time.
And so have we all. So I think, bringing the viewers into the family that kind of we've created around food and all the things that we love has sort of evolved over time, and you've been a part of that. And my gosh, I feel like the man love here. I have to get over here and I'm in the way.
Shush.
Anyway, nonetheless,
So we're talking about Italy today.
Right, Italy and Robert, this man, not from Italy, but you guys kind of embody the things that are happening in that country, and then you bring them to
I think
us.
we embrace it
Yeah.
completely.
We spent some time there together.
Him and I spent some time there together. I was very fortunate to take a trip with Robert to Italy, and it was one of the most eye-opening experiences of my life, and then being able to bring those experiences back, of course.
Yeah.
But today we're talking about, wine, we're talking about food,
Yes.
talking about Tuscany, Friuli, all those different areas there. So I think, Robert, I'm going to turn it over to you. Let's talk about wine. Let's have a glass of wine.
Well, we're talking about Tuscany, so we're talking about the classics, and the classics are always, we all know what comes from Tuscany, right? It's Chianti Classico.
Chianti Classico.
A lot of people just say Chianti, right? Like that's a general word for all of those
And that
wines.
takes me back to 1970, the straw bottle with the candle
Right,
on top
and
of the
that's where it
table.
all started.
It did.
Well, that region became known as Chianti Classico.
Right.
So now when you say Chianti, it's a different region.
Sure.
So Chianti Classico is an embodiment of what we began and learned to love about Chianti.
Well, it goes back to my godfather. My godfather, my uncle Pete Cicero, he's from Sicily, but he had an Italian import store. But I mean, every holiday was Chianti Classico, Riserva Ducale. I mean,
Right,
all those things
right.
growing up
Absolutely.
are fond memories for me.
Exactly.
So
Absolutely.
what do you think it is about that wine that made it so popular, especially if you're going to bring one piece of your heritage to something
I think it
that's
said home. I think it said Sunday. I think it said.
It went
Easy
very
to
well
drink.
with the dishes that we
Right.
were cooking, right? We were cooking a lot of grilled meats. We were cooking a lot of intense pastas, Sunday sauce, as we call it.
Yeah,
right?
gravy.
So these wines just pair well. So it was a natural. For the.
So
for
what
the
is the
food.
grape for Chianti?
Sangiovese.
Sangiovese.
But when you grow you can buy Sangiovese, but when you grow Sangiovese in the region of Chianti, in Chianti Classico, it's no longer Sangiovese. It's Chianti.
Right.
So it's the same grape. It's just when you grow it in that region, it changes. You lose its identity as Sangiovese.
So you bring the thrill machine in. You got some great Chianti. Let's taste some.
Okay,
I'm
let's do
thirsty.
that. Yeah, we're
Right,
going to
that's
do the
why-
thrill
that's
because
why
we're
I'm here.
outside and it's kind of warm. So that what the thrill does, in addition to sanitizing and chilling the glass, it's also going to chill it to the point where we're going to reduce the temperature of the wine
Right.
to more cellar temperature.
Exactly, because it's a little bit too warm right now.
It's a little too warm. So when you chill the glass to that point, it's now frosted. We're going to start.
Lauren,
with,
that's for you.
We're not
Okay,
going.
thank
Yeah,
you.
we're going to start with
The baby.
the baby. Yeah. Well, the baby would be Chianti Classico. This is a Riserva, so we're not starting with the baby. There you go. There's one
go
for
big
you.
or go home, right, Mark? That's what we.
We're gonna go big or go home in the dish we're about to make,
I
Lauren.
was going to say the
There you
dish
go.
too.
Yeah.
Wait till you see what we have here. Don't worry, I have Lauren Cam ready too.
So this looks
And Mark's
great.
one of the few that has the actual black thrill, by the way.
Well, you know what? I think I know somebody that imports the machines. So here's us.
Twisted my arm.
Here's to this great. We're gonna do something great. We're gonna cook cinghiale,
Cinghiale,
which is what?
wild boar.
We're gonna cook wild
The
boar.
classic of Tuscany. If you're driving around in the hills of Chianti and don't run into a cinghiale, it's unlikely.
So in
like we
classically,
just
especially
cheers-
in the
we-
fall with this wine.
did
Oh,
We did that, and, and we didn't. We have to look eyes, right? And we have to look
eyes,
each other
Yeah,
in the
otherwise
eyes.
Forte Sfiga.
That's also a rule. That
When you step next to Bobby, I'm gonna do what I do.
Do what you do, Marky.
So I'm gonna take some great olive oil. I'm gonna put it in the pan. We have a great pan over here. Very heavy bottom cast pan because we're using the grill as our heat source.
this is okay to have.
We have classic battuto in Italy, which means celery, onions, carrots, and garlic, and we're gonna put some of that down in the pan. You wanna hear that sound every time you cook, because if you don't hear that sound, you're not cooking with heat. All right? And we're gonna put a pinch of salt down, because the salt releases all of the liquid in the pan. And we're just gonna start to saute this down. So we're gonna saute that down. I'm gonna add a little bundle of fresh rosemary, because very Tuscan, a bundle at a time, and now we're gonna add that beautiful cinghiale, okay? And that is the wild boar. We had a wonderful, this is wild boar that a friend of mine took down,
So good.
and we're gonna put that in the
Amazing.
pan.
You say.
We're just gonna let that saute down with a little bit more salt. We're gonna add some of these beautiful summer tomatoes from Molnar Farms.
This is Lauren Cam.
This is Lauren Cam? Okay,
Lauren
great.
Cam at its finest.
So we're gonna add those tomatoes.
I know Ron is a little bit jealous. So is Jeff. Oh my gosh.
And then we're gonna add, you know, you could add Chianti, you could add whatever you want to. I have a little bit of Malbec. My wife and I didn't finish the other night, so we're just gonna add that into the pot. We're gonna let that cook, simmer, get happy for a couple hours. We're gonna come back and we're gonna eat that, but we have some other treats planned besides that. We're gonna cook some pork, some peppers. We're gonna cook one of your mom's favorite dishes. God bless your mom. Yeah. What was her favorite thing in this time with all the
Papa Pomodoro was my favorite thing.
Yeah.
And her favorite thing was whatever I liked.
As it should be with Mama. So when we come back, we're gonna revisit all those great memories. Gonna have some more wine, and we're gonna cook and eat.
I feel like there's nothing to say because it's just so wonderful. So hopefully you guys are enjoying as much as we are.
Italian food?
I just
we have
like
our
it. I like it so much, right?
It's like because this means so much to my heart. You know what I mean? I know in some of my other, things that I do in my business, everybody knows me as Mark loves Mexican. Mark loves Mexican.
He does.
But Italy will always be first in my heart.
And we're all waiting, Mark.
Yeah, but Jesus, Mexico number 2.
We will be right back.
All right. And where do you get a wild boar again? I mean,
I don't know.
Do they have those at Sparkle or Giant Eagle?
Cingale.
Cingale. Look under the G.
Try to spell that one.
It's got to be a C, right? I don't even know. Anyway.
I don't either.
We'll find out.
Okay.
We'll call and ask.
Sounds good.
All right, when we come
Check our
back,
sources.
let's peek outside. Are you guys outside or inside, you and Kelly?
Oh, we're inside.
Okay.
We are inside, and this floor plan, really different, and I like the fact that there's no furniture in it because you can really see how you might be able to use the space differently. Very cool stuff.
After this break.
Life is full of decisions. What to feed our families, how to save money, and how to keep our families healthy. At Pristine Dental, the decision was easy. They make it simple for us to manage our dental care with membership plans that directly benefit us instead of the big insurance companies. The Pristine Dental membership plans offer up to a 30% discount on selected services. No hidden fees or fine print. Great dental care made easier. Visit pristinedentalpros.com to learn more. Your smile will say it all.
The Avalon Athletic Club at Boardman is the perfect place for the whole family to shape up and get moving.
This is your chance to play top-tier tennis 12 months a year.
Plus, take advantage of Avalon's newest state-of-the-art fitness facility and relax in our steam and sauna rooms.
Your family deserves to train with the best equipment and the best facilities. And with our Avalon membership, you'll have access to all 4 of our world-class locations.
Call us today for affordable membership pricing, and
the best is really yet to come in 2019.
Did you say we're going on a roller coaster this winter?
Not a roller coaster, a polar coaster. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a polar coaster with way more snow than average. DuCut can help you get ready for anything this winter. We've got complete selections of Honda and Toro snowblowers that can ride out this year's polar coaster.
So let yourself go to DuCut. Let yourself go to DuCut.
Oh my goodness, Home Advantage with Kelly Warren and Kelly Warren Associates. Kel, we've really enjoyed getting to know you and taking a look at all these different kinds of properties.
Thanks, I love doing this with you.
This house, we've mentioned it a few times. We were talking with Michael before about the different spaces that are open versus, having furniture or completely empty like this one is.
I think right now that open floor plan is like a hot button trendy word with people, but I think in real life practices when we're at home and especially if you're a bigger family, you need some designated spaces.
Yes, you do, and I do agree with that. And the whole idea of this room, you could do this as a family room or a large-scale dining room.
Den and office.
It's really quite sizable, and to be able to see it empty, you can sort of, visualize how you would be living your life in these spaces.
Right.
And it's so nice to be able to walk right into the kitchen, but have it still be separate.
Right. I like when the kitchen is part of the home and center like this that, people can access it from different rooms and it's kind of the hub of the house.
Right, and then you can, have the breakfast bar area, and then we've made ourselves into another small, quaint space that's still quiet and beautifully lit. Tons of windows, and this is a great environment for people to probably be creative in, or if you've got homework, and we never know where we're going to be working, so having that
as part of this.
I love whatever your interests are and whatever your family needs, your home should allow for that. And you can create the spaces that you want. So like you said, if you were an artistic person, this is a great room to write, read, paint, enjoy your morning coffee, do homework time, make it a play space, make it an office. Really, you can turn the house into whatever your family needs it to be. Gone are the days of like, this is the formal living room and this is the dining room. And now it's flex space. It can be what you want it to be.
Most certainly can be. I have had a couple of friends who say, you know what, we do have designated spaces in our house where we don't have any devices.
Yes.
We don't have a TV in there, we're not allowing our phones in there. And to think about our lives in that kind of capacity where we all might be in one giant space,
right,
but we're not really being together, this kind of incorporates a different kind of mindset for people.
Yeah, you can concentrate on what you're doing more in the smaller space when it's that designated area.
Yeah. We're talking like moms.
It's
like mom chat
back
on
to school,
home
we're all doing
advantage, right? We
homework,
both had a
yes.
little bit of anxiety about that, but nonetheless, you and your team, you guys can understand spaces and understand people's needs and how they really do live their life. And I love that about you guys. So tell everybody at home how you get a hold of you guys.
So if you're looking for a home, we've got whatever you need. You can find it online at kellysoldit.com. Or they can give us a call or a text at 330-717-2689.
They answer those texts so quick. You most certainly do. Thanks, Kel.
Thank you.
Well, Kelly, did she get any words in?
I don't know why I was so excited.
It was a cool idea. It was a cool premise.
It was a nice house too, and I was really excited about using different spaces, and then I just, sorry, Kel.
Yeah.
No, why I was so excited about that.
Next week you get the whole 3 minutes. All right, we'll just stand back.
Next week next week. Just wait till next week.
Right. All right, I'm excited about this story because this is kind of how life is supposed to work, right?
Mm-hmm. When you are able to do something that you love to do and then do it with a team that supports you. This is Rick Spokane's life. We're going to give you a glimpse as to one of the #1 car salesmen, really in the area over all time. Like this person, when you see what he's been able to do within his career, you will say, I hope I love a job at some point in my life as much as Rick Spokane loves his.
Team Sweeney, can you hear the whisper? And it's hard to forget where they're located.
On Market Street in Boardman.
And the vehicles, well, there are lots of them to say the least. But this place goes beyond cars. It's the people who make up the team, the people who make the whisper memorable, and the reason why people flock to Market Street. The people who have a real love for what they do.
I always loved cars and I liked people. And I was from this area all my life. Even when I was a little boy, like going on Turnpike with my parents, I'd point out, this is a Pontiac, that's a Dodge. Just always liked cars.
And one person in particular has been selling cars for over 55 years. Rick Spokane is a fixture for many reasons that have stood the test of time. And he, just like most, has had to work his way up. He knew he wanted to work for the best, and at that time, State on Wick Avenue was the best.
I was only like 20 years old. And I said, Andy, I'd love to get into the car business. He says, this wouldn't be a good place to start. He said, that would be like putting you at shortstop for the Yankees opening day. He said, you get a year's experience at a smaller dealership, and if you like it, I'll be more than happy to hire you. And that's what I did.
That was just the beginning for Rick. He learned what it would take to be one of the top salespeople in the area. It took time, his time, and he still takes most of his time right here at his desk. He puts in 6 days a week.
The main thing about being in the business, to take care of your customers, you have to be there. And especially for a referral that comes in and asks for you, and if I'm golfing, they're not going to come back.
Rick has lived through the changes within the automotive industry. The same customer he catered to in the 1960s is not the same customer he caters to today.
The biggest advantage back then is that cars were only $3,000 in the 60s. And you could have a little piece of a job and live at home and buy a new car for $3,000 and the payment was $100 a month for 3 years. And if you could fog a mirror, GMAC would approve you. You know, so that you played to a bigger audience. But they've combated that with leasing. And leasing is similar. You just pay for the portion you used.
Rick has sold almost 10,000 cars. That's 15 cars a month on average for 12 months for 55 years. And even though that seems like an unreal number, Rick points to the reality of having a good team to support what matters the most, his customer.
Well, the biggest thing is working for a company that cares and that's interested in customer orientated, because we don't deal with any tourists. If you're not completely satisfied, you're not going to come back. So the main thing here is focused on service, how you take care of the customer. If they run into a problem, they'll back them up.
And when asked which car he's most excited about, well, his answer points to why he has had years of success. His top pick is simply because of value.
I'm most excited about the Chevy Equinox because it's a wonderful car and it leases at a very attractive price with a lot of safety features. It's our bread and butter car.
And like you said it, Mike, he's there. He's there all the
He's
time.
going to be there.
That's how he
so
made.
great.
That's how he takes care of his clients, and that's how he's made it so successful for so long.
Yeah,
he's
and,
there.
And you can tell the rest of the staff loves the guy, and the people love him. They keep coming back, right?
Yep, it speaks a lot about so many different things within that family and organization. Obviously, we say thank you for hanging out with us and letting us give money away too, which is coming up soon.
Right,
but nonetheless, Rick, you deserve the attention for sure.
Thank you, Rick. All right, we've been following this Robbins Theater since we began the show, right?
Well, yes, for many years.
And so we're going to talk about it again one more time. Actually, they've closed the doors now, and you can't get in to see any more updates. So we're going to get a behind-the-scenes look and a look at the ride itself. That's been quite a journey. And when the opening act takes place in January, these guys will not forget it.
It was September of 2017. We were wrapping up a lot of our work in downtown, and I looked and said, we need something more downtown.
Mark Marvin and his company had been investing in downtown Warren and building there, but he needed one more draw to bring in more traffic, and the Robbins Theater might fit the bill.
I made a phone call, I went in and I looked at it, I'm like, wow. And I hadn't been in that theater probably for 47 years, something like that. It's been a long time. And I looked at it, I said, you know what? I think I can do this.
Enter his old buddy Ken Hedera's at his side back then and right now.
If I buy the theater, will you do the entertainment side? And 2 seconds later, he said, I'm in.
I'm in.
So at the end of 2017, they were off and running, redoing a structure that had the basics but needed a lot of work. Now they're starting to see results, a testament to his crew that took the project personally.
All the guys are local that we have working for us, but you don't understand it until maybe you start reading some of the press and you start seeing people come by and saying things, the impact and the gravity of what it is to bring back the Robbins Theater, which is pretty important to the community. And we've heard this from all members of the community, how important they think it is to bring this thing back.
It's hard to tell from the untrained eye, but Mark says they're about 90% done. They need to finish the electrical and then add a little sparkle.
The bling is what really brings this whole thing together. When we start putting the chandelier in, when we start putting all of the sconces and that kind of stuff back into this theater to put the crystal and the shiny stuff, if you will, that people are really going to notice when they come in.
Some of the artwork is going to be, I think people, first of all, there's going to be incredible entertainment, but when you walk in there, I think people originally are going to go in just to see the architecture, right, and the finish work. When I walk in there, I'm in awe every time, and I've been walking in there for a couple years.
And when people walk in next January for the first time, the impact will not be forgotten on these two guys.
I think that it will make people proud to say I am from Warren, Ohio. We have great things going on in the downtown and the city, and I'm glad we stayed. I mean, it's easy to knock things down, but you know, Mark came in, he had the vision, he has the expertise, the financing, and we're going to save a structure that's going to be incredible, that is going to bring opening weekend 5,000 people to downtown Warren.
Right. It's a different city from 4 years ago.
Yeah. It really is. There's electricity there that was not there.
There was not there.
It's also going to be emotional, I think, because it's a day that Warren comes downtown, and I think, as Kenny just said, becomes very proud of itself, and that's important.
And they don't just have an opening show. I mean, they have an opening weekend where about 5,000 people, they're estimating, will come downtown to downtown Warren and take a look at the place and have fun.
I'll be one of them.
Yeah.
When they put all the bells and whistles and all the finishes on everything, can you imagine? It's gonna look like a movie.
I can't wait to see that chandelier, that 6 foot by 10 foot chandelier. I think that's really going to be neat. It's going to take you back in time. Like, you're going to get there and be like, oh, this is what it was like for Grandma and Grandpa.
It's nostalgic really cool. and then some. So thank you to the guys and everybody who commits so much time to making sure that happens. So.
All right, who's up for Chingale?
Me!
Oh, if you've never tasted wild boar, Lauren got to.
It's not a wild boar. It's a lot of fun.
A to Z Dependable Services now offers walk-in tubs and showers in as little as 1 day. Let us create a safer bathing experience in your bathroom or the shower of your dreams. Call A to Z Dependable Services today for a free estimate or visit us online at onlyatoz.com.
Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC is teaming up with Valley Spotlight.
Hey, you guys, this is going to be great.
It sure is. We are bringing you the chance to win big in the Sweeney Cash Car.
You could drive away with $250 cash or $1,000 towards your new Sweeney vehicle.
So buckle up, answer our trivia questions, and win. Enter at valleyspotlight.com/cash-car for all the details.
So come take a ride in the Cash Car at Sweeney Chevrolet Buick GMC.
On Market Street
in Boardman.
Sweeney.
We are back.
We are back. I'm sorry.
I was going to say,
I couldn't keep my hands off the Chianti.
Right? That's why Roberto's here. Surprise. That's why we're here.
Cheers. Ching ching.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
Right. And then we have to look at the eyes.
Yes, we have.
I was taking that very seriously before.
There we go. So we got the Chingale, the wild boar, going crazy back there.
Honestly,
Legit
I have
crazy.
to get some Lauren cam going, please.
That's okay.
Everybody,
That's okay. We got
don't
that
be
going.
mad at me for doing the Lauren cam. What I can tell you is that when you see ingredients like this, the simplicity of what you guys have created.
Oh, I know. And Roberto, tell the family, tell everybody out there what I'm doing, because I like mine a little bit more burnt than everybody else.
My mother did too. I mean, she always wanted the most burnt piece on the.
Oh, I know. I love the char. I love the char.
Some people like it, and some people don't.
So
some people like it more
the bread acts like sandpaper to the garlic.
It is, and you use more than you think you're using.
You do. You really did. I mean, I used all that for just 3 pieces.
But it's a different flavor profile. It's it's not like you're flavoring everything. It's just the bread.
So then what we do, from what your mom told me, bring your plate over. We're going to squeeze this beautiful Molnar tomato juice over this.
More as much as you can.
Oh, as much as I can?
Yeah.
So let me get another one. I'm sorry.
There you go. Just keep going.
Oh, there we go. So this is almost like a wet panzanilla, kind of?
Right. So it's a variation. This is a Mark Canzonet variation.
So we're going to put that over there. And then now you want some tomatoes, right?
Yeah, you're going to put the tomatoes on top.
Some diced tomatoes.
I do have to admit that the kids do like doing things like that.
Yeah,
this is very interactive for the kids.
If you give it to them in a bowl.
And then a little basilico.
They'll pick this up and eat it.
A little bit of basil. And then, Bobby, we have this unbelievable Carapelli extra virgin olive oil.
Would you?
Look at that. Say when.
Okay, go.
I don't think he'll ever say when.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, you wouldn't have
And then
any
I'm going to
doubt.
let you put some of that wonderful sea salt on there.
Thank you very much.
There you go. And then Lauren,
That's so simple.
we're going to go over to you and do
Well, the
yours.
classic rule for Italian dishes is 5 ingredients, right, Mark?
That's it, the rule of 5.
The rule of 5.
The rule of 5.
If you get over 5, then your palate can't really understand too many more things. So
Lauren, get on the other side, okay?
It's all about
You go
the-
over there.
I'll move over here.
the
Couple
ingredients.
basil leaves for
We
Lauren.
have such great ingredients here.
We
so.
do, and then some of that wonderful sea salt. And then Robert, if you want to put some black pepper on everybody's,
little bit.
I'm going to do that. I already got the tomatoes on mine. I'm going to put a little bit more of that diced tomato.
Perfect this
And then
is.
Robert, the wine with all these charred flavors, these deep, rich tomato flavors. Talk to me about that.
Well, I mean, we can continue with the Chianti Classico, obviously, but you know, in America, we're familiar with a Super Tuscan, and we happen to have one today that I think I have to go grab it. Hang on, real quick.
We're changing out?
Well,
it's like a family right out here.
I'm putting it here
And
because you know some people like the Super Tuscan. This dish can go either way.
Now, in
Depends on what you're.
an episode we did a couple weeks ago with my brother, we made some great hot peppers. You roasted some unbelievable sweet peppers. Can we add this on there? Would that be against the law?
Typically, we put them on the side and eat
Lauren
them
can.
together, but you could do whatever you're comfortable with.
I think I'm going to go just like this.
I would go just like this.
Do you mind if I get in there?
This is again back to that, you know, 5 ingredient thing.
It's so simple and so easy. And while that is like doing what it's doing on the grill,
That is summer and fall combined together. The earthiness, the richness, the grassiness of that olive oil, the basil, the char on the grill.
And you see how the garlic
You're getting
has
that
a different profile.
And then you get the garlic on the back
it
palate.
burns you a little bit almost.
Yeah.
Because it's grated right on the bread.
Well, Robert, I think Mama would be very, very happy.
Yeah. Here's to you, Mama.
Here's to Mama.
here's to
God
mamas.
bless your soul.
All of the mamas that made
And your
such
father.
wonderful
Yeah.
people, and moms and dads. It's not even Mother's Day or Father's Day, but nonetheless, it's about family, good
It is.
food, simple ingredients.
These are the people that
I'm going to go in for a pepper because I like a little bit of spice on mine.
Speaking of family, right?
Yeah, so my brother, a couple weeks ago on our last episode,
Right.
we did that canning episode, so little hot peppers on there.
A little hot
Give me a
pepper.
little hot pepper.
Can I give
please?
you this orange
Yeah,
one?
that orange one. As long as it's hot, we're good. There we go. Perfect.
Perfect. You
Quite
guys-
honestly, all we need is a little cheese, a little salumi, and we are good for the night. Here's to Italy, here's to our heritage, here's to our moms, our dads, here's to Molnar Farms, and God bless us.
Right.
Cheers again, one more time.
One more time.
And we'll be back again for that wonderful cingale. Robert made some
Cingale.
pork chops. He made some roasted peppers. Italy, especially Tuscany in the fall, is all about grilled meats, so we're going to come back to that.
Stay with us.
As a real estate investor, I look for sharp agents who really know their market. Agents who do so much business, they can find me the right investment property and sell it for the most money without drama. When I need real estate advice in the Mahoning Valley, I call Kelly Warren. Her innovative marketing attracts hundreds of buyers every month, which creates more demand for your home, selling it faster and for more money. She guarantees to sell it on your timeline or she'll buy it. Call the agent I trust, Kelly Warren, and avoid the drama.
Hey, Mike, I think that sounds better and better every time, man. Hi, I'm Ray Mancini. Welcome to another round of the Boom Boom Room. Here was my ace corner man, cut man. My case, no further ado. Early morning flight, Ed O'Neill, Bruce Drennan, Ryan Florio. I kick your ass, man. I kick the I kick the crap out of you. This is some deep shite, man. Deep shite. Ow! Am I the only one? More than anything, we gotta be entertaining, man. We gotta be entertaining. If it ain't entertaining, why are we doing it?
Did you say we're going on a roller coaster this winter?
Not a roller coaster, a polar coaster. The Farmer's Almanac is predicting a polar coaster with way more snow than average. Ducat can help you get ready for anything this winter. We've got complete selections of Honda and Toro snowblowers that can ride out this year's polar coaster.
So let yourself go to Ducat. Let yourself go to Ducat.
So,
That's looking good.
oh my God. Ron, thank you for getting close up right now. We have that wild boar, or in Italia they call cingale. So it has stewed tomatoes and celery and onions and carrots, rosemary, garlic, olive oil, farm fresh tomatoes. Kid friendly, we're serving it with penne, but my dear friend Robert from Italy would say, what are we going to serve that with? Pappardelle, because that is such a great pasta for this. But anyways, we're doing family style. We're going this way for our kids.
My goodness, Mark,
Wow.
Pesto, Roberto, Robert, Bobby,
This
all
is
the nicknames.
crazy.
Right?
It's crazy. I'm going to plate mine. You guys already have yours.
Now,
I'm
this
going to
is
take
something
this
that
great
is
pork shoulder
your
cut.
family's favorite, right, Roberto?
Well, I mean, we're talking about Tuscany here, which is a region that we all know and love. Everybody wants to go to Tuscany, right? Everybody wants to go to Florence. So
We have that wonderful cingale.
Yeah, this is cinghiale.
Bobby,
we
that's
use
yours.
Penne. We use penne instead of pappardelle.
Because we have kids at the table
Right,
today.
'cause kids can't eat pappardelle.
The little
it's
ones
a
are
wide
inside.
pasta that, all they do is dirty their clothes, and it just splatters all over the place. But
He's actually saying that to
But
me,
I think
not
you need
them.
a piece of
but-
bruschetta.
Always a good thing.
I think you need a piece of bruschetta.
And I will say, Melissa and I and Jesus and like everybody around us, when you rubbed the
Crostini?
bread, the crostini with the raw garlic.
Yeah.
It's just
The
nothing like
aftertaste
Yeah.
of that is so different than the the first taste that sometimes
you know,
is
when you're in Italy and,
bruschetta, which
you know,
bruschetta is
Robert-
bruschetta.
When he took me to Italy, last thing I remember, every plate was like this. They're so proud of their olive oil.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that olive oil is like this little thing that's not so important. It's so very important. Bobby,
Well,
put that on there.
They probably consume in the small country of Italy as much as we consume.
They
in
do.
the entire
They do.
country.
In
Everything.
growing up, my great grandparents, they always put a great Chianti vinegar on the pork chop. I don't know if you're down with that. Robert.
Some people like the vinegar because it adds another dimension to the dish, especially to the meats. It
Right.
just depends what you like. It's
And just a little bit of cheese
It really
on top
brings
of that
it-
bolognese.
it brings it to life,
Not
right?
bolognese, but ragu, the
Ragu.
cingale.
it's very good.
Robert,
Grazie. Yeah,
I'm going to
this
get a
is-
fork. I'm going to take a bite.
I will
because
say-
this looks
Wait, I'm getting there. There we go.
The pork,
friends,
the fresh spices.
family.
Yes.
We have never been so calm in a group.
This is easy for me.
This is like I grew up with this. It's comforting. It's like home. This is every Sunday growing up in La Famiglia.
Cinghiale is really one of the most popular Tuscan meats.
Oh, without question.
Other than the Fiorentina, which is
The bistecca.
the bistecca Fiorentina, everybody knows.
The
But then we're gonna-
sweetness of that wild boar.
Right.
With the herbs and the red wine.
It just comes shining
Where did
through.
we get wild boar?
From
And now we're having the final wine we're having. Marky, would you pass that bottle over here?
Sure.
So I decided we were going to do a Super Tuscan, which everybody knows about. This is actually
I am
has
making
no
a giant mess.
Sangiovese
I'm
in
so
it at
sorry
all.
back there,
This is a Cab Merlot blend,
Mm-hmm.
50-50, grown in Val di Pesa, which is one of the most popular, important regions.
But we know that Merlot from that area of the world is
Oh,
like
it's
a big California cab.
It's
You can
fantastic.
chew it, you can
It's
cut through it.
fantastic.
It's so amazing.
But it's still not old. It's old world as compared to California with the new world. They're just bigger wines. These are more food wines.
So
These are the
speaking of
ones-
old world, old kindred spirits, thank you guys. Being at my home, being in the test kitchen, it's like we were never apart.
all you have to do is call me and I'll be here.
Cheers, everybody. Here's the great
Cheers.
food, great wine, our friends, our family. God bless everybody.
Yes.
And here's the next segment.
How was it?
So good.
Yeah, it was just nice to be outside too.
It's such a beautiful day, and the wine. We have a good time. We've known them for so long.
Right.
Roberto and Mark. They used to be on the show with us really early in the morning at 5 a.m.
Back in the day.
Yeah, it was fun.
Thank you, Roberto. Thank you,
Yes.
Mark. Great stuff. All right, you ready for this? We've had a lot of people ask you, what is a Roman bath?
I cannot tell you how many times I'm asked, what is going on over at Avalon, and what's this Roman bath thing?
All right, so let's finally take a peek at it. We're going to start with the inner workings behind a state-of-the-art swimming pool and then transition to the Roman bath. So here you go. resort have gotten a lot of publicity, so we thought we'd come back inside into the pump room with our Director of Fitness and Aquatics, Kaylee Roberts, to talk a little more about this state-of-the-art system. How are you?
I'm great, Mike. How are you?
I am great. Thank you for having us. Kind of take us around the room, maybe starting here, and tell us what some of the things we have.
So right here we have 2 Pentair filters, or heaters, heating the pool actually right now up to 85 degrees. We can turn that up. Yeah, we can turn it up right now. We can turn it up to 87. We don't go higher than 90.
Okay.
We have 2. They both work to heat the pool, but if one went down, one would be enough to keep heating the pool. So we can always service one and still have one running.
So they're working together.
Yep.
How about this monstrosity behind us?
Oh, this. So these 2 big blue round things are filters.
Okay.
Filtering water. The water's flowing in here at 550 gallons per minute, so they're doing a lot of work. They make sure that the water is clean when it returns back into the pool, filtering out dirt, debris, whatever else kind of gets in there.
And then what about here behind me?
So behind you, all of this is for our features in the pool, which are, we have 6 waterfalls. So all of these little knobs will control the waterfall flow. It has its own pump, so it kind of filters through here, and then that gives it its energy to keep flowing. Behind it are for our bubblers. It also has a separate pump to pump that water and get that pressure in there.
Those little fountains in the front.
Yep, the fountains in the front that go up.
These filters, it's so state-of-the-art nowadays, they really cut down on a lot of the work, right?
Right.
So there's more filters at the other pools.
There are. So even at our indoor pool here, we have 4 sand filters that filter the water. That's about 125,000 gallons.
Okay.
These do the work of 120,000 gallons for this outdoor pool just by themselves because they're larger and have a bigger capacity to filter more water a minute. So it's pretty cool because they are up in the air doing more work than any other ones at any of our other pools.
And then once you have to, say there's dirt in there or leaves when they start to fall, what do we do to kind of get that stuff out?
So yeah, routine maintenance on any pool is to backwash, right? So we're going to take these filters at one point and we are going to backflow the water in reverse and clean what has been caught in those filters. So I'll get to turn a bunch of these fun levers certain directions and the water will actually flow opposite and it will come out this big return over here, all dirty water. It will use its own pool water to filter itself, and then I will turn that off, and the water will go back into the pool, fresh and clean, and be ready to filter until the next time I need to backwash it.
Very neat. A lot of people have been talking about the Roman bath, so I thought next up we would go outside and answer some questions about that, okay?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, here we go. Well, this is the Roman bath. It is 20 feet wide, 40 feet long. And the owner, Mr. Klingel, got the inspiration when he was in Aspen, as a matter of fact. He got to sit outside in an outdoor pool, which was really warm and therapeutic. And then he looked at some pictures and found some from Budapest, where they had a warming pool out there and some Roman columns, and thought it would fit perfectly at the hotel. And it has been a smash success, hasn't it?
Big hit, absolutely. People are in love.
Yeah. All right, some of the features of this. I see the seating here.
Yeah, I think what's really nice about this pool is it's very nice and relaxing, right? So you've got seating all the way around, so you can get in, you can bring your cocktail down, you can relax. This area is 16 and older, so you get a nice kind of relaxing environment where you can sit in the Roman bath.
And we're going to have, in the wintertime, this is going to be open, so this cover is very important, isn't it?
So we've got the state-of-the-art cover here. You can kind of see the top silver part of it. In the evening, during the winter months, we'll have to come out here and turn a key, and it will close within seconds right across to help us keep that warm temperature, keep our chemicals good, keep the water clean, all of those great things. So that's a pretty cool thing with this this Roman bath.
Yeah, and plus we don't want all the heat to escape.
No, we want to keep that temperature nice and warm.
Yeah, what is the temperature now?
So right now we have it set to 90 degrees. We'd like to keep it a little cooler in the summer, obviously, not to be uncomfortably warm, but we're hoping in these winter months when people are being able to access it, we can kind of turn that temperature up a little bit more and find that sweet spot for everyone that's comfortable.
Yeah, and if we're wondering about the snow, there won't be any snow around here. You can come right out those doors from the locker room and pop in and sit down. This is fantastic.
Yes, absolutely.
I learned a lot today. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you're very welcome.
Of course, the Roman bath and the swimming pool, you can use that if you're a client at the hotel, if you're one of the guests, or if you're one of the country club members. All right, so all winter long, and a sneak peek, I just saw some of the plans. Before I came downstairs, saw some of the plans for the lower level, the wine cellar and the wine lounge. It's going to be so nice.
I saw them last week.
You did?
Uh-huh.
Well, they're working
I
on
did.
it. Oh,
I did.
Scooped me. Totally
I did.
scooped
It's so nice. Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. The imagination.
I know.
Amazing.
I don't have it. I'm glad somebody else does. All right, you ready for taking a ride outside?
Toot toot beep beep.
We team up on this one.
Mm-hmm.
Team up on the cash car. We'll see how it goes after the break.
Baby, you got some big feet. Where do you get shoes for those feet?
I buy them at Ryers, of course. They have all sizes, even for me. They're always tax-free and located in beautiful downtown Sharon.
Let the wedding professionals at Avalon create a bridal experience that will last a lifetime. From your bridal shower to planning your special menu, bachelor and bachelorette parties, relaxing and revitalizing spa services, even your out-of-town guests will be treated to a vacation experience when you choose Avalon. Our 4 Avalon properties feature the best views and venues. Our Avalon shuttle service makes it easy to take advantage of everything Avalon has to offer. Call us today and fall in love with Avalon.
All right, welcome to the cash car, which is a truck. A GMC Sierra Denali, as a matter of fact, with 20-inch wheels. You'll appreciate the smooth ride, and it's a crew cab, so there's more room in the back for Jim and Misty. Say hi, you guys.
Hi.
Hello. And they have a little friend on Jim's lap. That is
Ellie Mae Clampett.
straight from the Beverly Hillbillies.
Ellie Mae
That is
Clampett.
exciting. So, are you excited to be on the cash car / truck?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? All right.
We
Jim
are
is-
excited to have you, by the way.
Jim, tell Lauren about your project that you're doing right now.
Bought a 24-foot U-Haul, converting it into a food truck.
He's making his own food truck, Lauren.
You know how much I love a good food truck, Michael.
Darn right you do.
No doubt in my mind.
Which
and you
is
know
a-
what? They could like, carry the U-Haul. I bet this thing could tow it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know?
Go anywhere you
Good,
want.
because it has no brakes right,
yes,
now.
it's unsafe for the highway.
That's why I'm glad the cash car called me.
Unlike this
We
bad
need
boy.
brakes.
Yeah, we're gonna help pay for some brakes. Okay.
I love that. You want to test these real quick? Oh, they work.
Oh, those are good.
They work.
All right, your category today, you guys, is game show trivia. We're doing a game show about game shows. Okay. I have 6 questions, so if you don't want to answer one, you can pass. But after that, you have to try to answer them all. Okay.
Okay.
If you miss one, you don't get credit for it. If you get it right, it's $50. All right. So you want to get 5 questions correctly and win the $250. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Here we go.
This is exciting.
No need to reinvent this game show. Pat Sajak has hosted it since 1981.
The Wheel
of Fortune.
Wheel of Fortune. Good job, you guys.
Congratulations, $50.
Right into the brake deposit
That was
box.
a break deposit.
All right.
Hello, lady.
I hope you know this one.
Me too.
This former game show host got into a fist fight with Happy Gilmore in that movie. Who was it?
Bob Barker.
Good job, you guys. I was
got
hoping you'd
this.
get that.
See?
All right.
You know someone.
Wow.
Good for you. All right, number 3 for $50. On this game show, you better answer in the form of a question.
Oh, I know.
I know.
Go ahead. I do know, but it's on the tip of my tongue.
Jeopardy.
Jeopardy is correct. All right, 3 down, 2 to go.
This is a really
What?
great cash car.
We're just
I'm
kind of
turning.
stopped for no reason.
I'm turning.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Using the brake. Ooh, this is wow. This is like off-roading, Mike.
We can do that.
Lucky to make it back to Sweeney. All
Say, I go off-road too far, I may never come back.
right, you ready for question 4?
Yep.
Howie Mandel hosted this game
radius, you
show.
guys. Sorry.
They're not listening.
I know.
We're just going, she's going to make us sick. The dog's going to puke in the car. Howie Mandel hosted this game show featuring a banker and 26 models with briefcases.
Oh, I know.
I know it, but I
that the
can't
one?
think of it.
Deal or no deal?
Yep.
Is that your answer?
Yep.
All right. Congratulations.
Glad I brought you, dear.
All right, last one. Remember, you have a pass left if you want to use it. This old game show was the equivalent to tic-tac-toe, except Hollywood stars tried to give the contestants the answers.
Oh. Wait.
You remember?
This cash car is way more fun when I don't know the when I don't know the questions.
Uh-huh.
Ew, it's great.
Shoot.
You can pass. but you have to get the last one. You got $200 in the bank already.
Let me think.
All right. Old game show where it's like tic-tac-toe.
Yeah, Peter or something was the thing of
He
it.
was the host. Peter Marshall was the host.
Oh, see, I got brain damage. I can't think of it.
Can do it.
Can't blame it on the brain damage.
Not today, anyway.
Okay, gotta pass.
All right, we're passing. It was Hollywood Squares.
That's it.
All right, last one. Regis Philbin hosted this show. For every correct final answer, contestants worked their way up to $1 million.
You know what? I
What?
tried out for this game show.
Come on!
And
Really
I
a
got
ringer.
into the contestant poll, but they never called me.
Well, I'm glad we.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
You're a winner! $250, you
Bada
guys.
boom. How does that feel? The easiest 250
Awesome.
in the whole world, right? There you go.
Congratulations. All right, we're heading back to Sweeney, which is located at. This is Eric's
On
line. Market Street in Boardman. All the irony, a game show about game shows. Right? Isn't that exciting?
Mind blown.
I cannot wait to try a little bit of barbecue from that West Side young man.
No, Jim, we wish you best of luck with everything. Missed
Yeah.
you. It was nice to meet you. They were, sometimes, you know, we have a lot going on in our
Right.
worlds, right? You, me, everybody. And when you have people that are so nice and so thankful and so excited about something that we were really excited about, it makes the days so much better. So thank you to all of our contestants who are having so much fun with us and walking away with some money too. So
Even Ellie Mae, who had a mohawk, by the way, I don't know if you can see it.
cutie patootie.
Was fantastic.
Babe.
And good priorities. Always go with brakes first. Like if you're going to get a vehicle, get some good brakes.
That's always a good place to
Then
start.
Work your way up after that.
Right. Foundation.
All right, that's it for the show. Tell people how they can watch us.
Well, there's a lot of different ways, and we appreciate everybody who watches us all over the place on Roku, on our YouTube channel, and of course, you know, valleyspotlight.com, on Facebook, and of course, Sundays right here on the CW. Michael and I, we go a lot of places, and to have people say that they watch the show and that they see it, we're maybe we shouldn't be surprised, but sometimes
No,
I still am.
I'm a little surprised. I'm very flattered.
Yes,
so,
and thankful.
So thankful. You ready for a retro, Marshall?
Oh my goodness.
Let's go back to the 80s.
Shall we? You love the 80s.
I
If you
do.
can go back to the 80s
I do.
and never come back, he might just do
I
that.
actually might. I just popped in my Born to Run cassette on this one. Enjoy it.
It's very colorful.
Have a good Sunday.
Okay, all right.
Sony Walkman. You really feel the music with the Sony Walkman.
The Sony Walkman is a tiny stereo cassette player with truly incredible sound.
You really feel the music. You really feel it. You really feel the music.
Put on a Walkman and see the world in a whole new light.
Sony Walkman.
The Walkman from Sony, the one and only.
If you like this video, subscribe to Valley Spotlight on YouTube and be sure to click on the notifications bell so you know when we've got some new stuff. You also can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and subscribe to us on Vimeo or our Roku channel.